What's up? What's happening, man? Welcome to a couple days before 2025 starts. Figured I'd jump on, you know, saw a bunch of people doing Q&As today. I was like, you know what, man, let me do a Q&A today. I'll do a little Q&A to wrap up the year, summarize everything. Got a lot of people new to the channel that they don't really know what's going on, what's happened, George G. So figured, you know, throw it all out there, man. Get to know the samurai a little bit, get to know you a little bit, ask me anything you want. And then I got to go spend some quality time with the lady because we just did a little Christmas exchange there because we're gone away all week. But this probably will be the last stream of the year, but it also might not be because I might just go do a stream tomorrow. I might do one the next day. You know, I don't really like timing it. I try to keep my some time streams, but you know, I try to just pop in whenever we go. What's up, Var? What's up, Symptoms Reality? What's up, Mark Anderson, Vintage Synth? What's up, George G's? What's up, Fanuel? What's up, Studio 8FX? What's up, Echo Craft Machines 1? Hans Volt? What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season. I had a good little break. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Hold on a second. Get this all sorted out here. I do like having the music on in the background, but we'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah, man. So yeah, what's happening? I figured I'd just come on here. Saw a Q&A earlier. Interesting. Bunch of streams today. I was popping in and out. I had to work, plus I had to do a bunch of stuff also, plus I was away all week. So you know how that is, man. You come back to the castle, you gotta make sure everything's in order. You gotta check the perimeter, make sure no one's been messing around with your stuff, and then, you know, you gotta come in the house, you gotta do a little up and down, look around, make sure there's no one hiding out, and then get back to business. So big year. What's up? Big year for the Synth Renegades. Big year for the Synth Renegade Mafia coming up. You know, since no one wants to adopt the term, I figure, you know what? We'll just take it. So we got the Synth Renegades merging with the Bro Synth Network to create the Synth Renegade Mafia. You know, so that's what we're doing. That's the brand for the year I think we're gonna go with. We'll see what happens. You never know, things change. But one thing I'm never gonna do is I'm never gonna sell out. I'm never gonna be doing anything else but maybe selling a few t-shirts to anyone who wants one. What's up, Trusto? And we'll just be doing our thing. So we got a big year. I got some things planned. I guess we can talk about the Kumite coming up in January. You guys can ask me whatever you want. I'll open it up in a minute and then we'll go from there. But let's jump on over to the spaceship. See what's happening to the spaceship today. So here it is, man. What do you think of this? I gotta give a shout out to Monkey Island over here. You know, you're not the only one with a gorilla on your back, baby. That's how I like it. I like to have a 1,000-pound gorilla on my back, you know, to let me know that life ain't easy. So that's the significance of this kimono, is to keep the gorilla on your back. You know what I mean? Pump you up. I like having a gorilla on my back. I don't like walking around like everything's hunky-dory and there's no problems and all that stuff and everything's rainbows and candy canes and lollipops, because it isn't. But you know what? That's what makes planet Earth interesting, is that there's always a challenge around the corner. But at the moment, everything is nice and calm, nice and peaceful. So as you can see, the studio is looking good. I got a couple things coming down the pipe. They ain't here yet, but they will be getting here. They will be occupying some space over here. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what we got going on. Any Synth Renegade baby wear? You got a baby Renegade on the way? In Samanati? If you got a baby Renegade on the way, man, you can get that going. I'll make a little baby Renegade. I got some new Renegade stuff coming up, man. I'll probably show it. What's up, Mazda? What's up, Trust Up? I got Georgie G's. Who else? Paulo Hanzo's here. What's happening, man? Hans Volt. What's up, baby? I figured we'd do a Q&A tonight that's, you know, what do we got? I'll give you, we got an hour or something, man. That's what I think we got. But yeah, so I guess to start it off first, for anyone who's here, the Synth Kumite, might as well talk about that for a second. That's coming up. The date is now set. The Synth Kumite will commence January 26th. That's the date. It's going to be starting. It's 8 weeks. There'll be a 1 week break where I will be traveling up to the Great White North, and I'll be on a little mission up there. So there'll be a 1 week break from that, and then we'll be back to finish up the last little bit, right? So write it in your calendars. Kumite 2025 will be starting January 26th. Will be the first week of the 8-week tournament. During the 8-week tournament, we will be competing. I got all the rules laid out, which I'll do a different update on that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Different update where we'll go through everything. But we got one sponsor already, and I'll be announcing that later. And they're donating a little prize for the winner of the tournament, and the tournament winner is also going to be winning a pretty cool prize this year. And that's how it is. It's a closed tournament, and may the best man win this time. There's no mess around. There's no participation awards in this one. This one is for all the marbles, baby. All right, so that's what's going on. Yo ho hum, what's up, Echo Craft? Everybody give a shout out to Echo Craft. Send him some good vibes. He's been in bed with a little bit of a cold. I think a few people got the bug this year. I luckily escaped it. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. I think I was fighting it off a little bit, man, but I got through it. Didn't really get hits, but I know a lot of people out there. I know Symptoms of Reality got smoked by it, I think. And I know our old buddy Synth Punk got smoked by it. Anyone else out there who got a virus, you know what you gotta do, man. You gotta take that vitamin D, you gotta take that zinc, you gotta take that curcumin, you gotta take that quercetin, you got to take some ivermectin if you got it, a little bit of hydroxychloroquine if you got it. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of stuff going on. I ain't no medical doctor, so take whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You know, it's up to you what you do. I know what I do. So yeah. So that's what we got going on. Just to recap, 2024, outstanding year for the Synth Renegades. We had monumental building. Monumental. I guess I could just... Let me just check something out here. Yeah, what's up, Echo? Yeah, get well, man. Get well soon. Like I said, I got to fill these 2 spots. And you know what's coming. A lot of people think the steam pipe's coming, but a lot of people think some other stuff's coming too, man. Yeah, I know, man. This one was a little bit powerful. A lot of concoctions going around, a lot of witchcraft out there, you know what I mean? A lot of pharmakia out there. You know, who knows if these things, a lot of times I don't think these things are by accident either, but that's another story. This is a synth channel. But like I said, this is a Q&A tonight, so we can ask whatever we want. Well, I'm just trying to load this up over here. It's taking forever. I don't know what's going on my internet. Things might be jacked. LM drum. Yeah, so I don't know. While I'm loading this up, I said we had a pretty good year. I got it all. I want to thank Pro Synth Network for challenging me, whether they tried to or not. They really pushed me to the limits this year, and they got me going, man. I jacked it up to about 30 live streams a month is what I was doing. I was knocking out about 1 to 2 videos a week. So that was going up to around 9 to 10 videos a month pre-recorded. I was knocking out 30 live streams a month, popping out a short here and there. So they really pushed me to the limit competitively, and I want to thank them for that. And I'm happy that that everything is set right at the moment in that sense. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. And if I could just get this thing loaded up here, it would be all right. Hold on now. Bow, bow. It'll load up any minute, any friggin' day now. But yeah, so big year ended strong. We're growing every day, and that's good. It's bad. I don't know, man. I kind of like where it is right now. You know, I almost like this little snapshot. I feel like, you know, you're hitting a crux of like, it's we're at a good point where we're doing live streams a lot, got a good community. There's lots of cross-pollination going on. What's up, Get Jervis? Best dressed man in the game. I'll give you that title, man. 2024 best dressed man in the synth game is Get Jervis. I got to give you that. And you got to let me know where I can get one of those cats, man. This thing here, hold on. Can I get this to work? One moment, please. There we go. Verifying you are a human. All right, so man, I just figured I'd show you this just to get it going here, because let me just see. You guys just relax for a minute and just chill while I get this loaded up. All right, so all the hard work we put in this year did well. I figure I'll jump on over here just to show you guys what's going on. Here's the stats for the year. Anybody can go on here. You can check out anybody's stats on YouTube. You go to socialblade.com and you can see what's happening. And I'll just show you, we finished December real strong, baby. You know, we started the channel in 2020 with the music videos, but it was only February of 2023 that we started doing that synth show and really pushing the limits, and that's when it really kicked off, man. So we finished the year strong. We finished December in the last 30 days. We picked up 230 subs in the last 30 days. For December, we hit 65,000 views on Synth Samurai's channel, the Synth Renegades. Well, bam, 65,000 views. I mean, that's small peanuts, but I think it's a good way to end a year. You know what I mean? We're clocking in at 1 million views, 939,701 views for the channel so far. It's nothing crazy, but it's just pretty cool to see, you know? And if we look down here, we got another little stat of future projections. If we jump over and get this thing out of the way, if we look down here real quick, I mean, it looks like in 4 months, we're going to be hitting that 5,000 subscriber mark. All right. So I only got a B+, but you know what? That's the kind of grades I got in high school. So if you look right here, in 4 months, we're projected to hit that 5G mark, baby. All gas, no brakes. That's how we're doing it in Samurai Nation. But once again, just want to say, great year, great finish to December, smashed it, and I didn't even know I was smashing it. Someone just told me about this site. I went and checked, and I was like, oh, cool. So anyways, big year, big December, 65K views in December. That's hard work. That's community. That's pumping it out. Anyways, just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. All right. So now we got the Kumite out of the way. Now I got the a couple little surprises coming for Christmas out of the way. They should be here, but you know, a lot of times they don't come when you want them to come. You know what I'm saying? And then we got 2025, which is going to be exciting. Okay, so I'm going to open up the Q&A, man. What do you guys want to know? What do you want to ask, man? Throw your comments down in the bottom. I don't know how to do what all the other guys do, where they get the stuff to come up off the screen and you see who's asking the questions. So I'll just, as the questions roll, I'll read them out and ask them as we go, and we'll just kind of go that way. That's the way to do it. Shout out to Uncle Jerry's World. How's he doing, man? What's up, Lounsberry Pedals? Amazing. Lounsberry Pedals. Awesome man, awesome company, awesome pedals. And Lounsberry is going to be one of the sponsors of the Synth Kumite. He's here right now, so let's thank him for that, man. He reached out, we chatted, and he was like, yeah, man, I'd love to throw in a sponsor for the Synth Kumite, and I'll throw in a little prize for second, third place, first place, whatever. First place isn't going to be anything synth. It's going to be a friggin' MMA title belt is what first place is getting. Okay? So shout out to Lounsberry Pedals. I guess I can just throw it up here and just see what's happening. Just show you real quick. Do. I don't know if I even ever pronounced anything right, but here it is, man. Cool company. Cool pedals. All right, QWL Music, I'll get to your question in 1 second. Just want to jump over here. Show you, here's the pedal site, man. They got awesome pedals, tall and fat, organ grinder, whirly grinder. And one of these could be yours for the winner of the Synth Kumite, man. That's pretty cool. So I threw it down the link. You guys go check it out. Great dude, awesome dude, actually, and a super cool company. And we always like to support companies who who reach out out of nowhere and it's like, man, I like what you guys are doing with the Kumite. Let's, do you mind if I throw something in? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Cool. All right. So, first question up. Is the Bro Synth Network, I think this from QWL Music, is the Bro Synth Network dead? My friend, let me tell you something. The Bro Synth Network is not dead. The Bro Synth Network is alive. And the Bro Synth Network and the Synth Renegades have merged and created the Synth Renegade Mafia. That's what we are now, the Synth Renegade Mafia, because the only way to beat the Synth Mafia is with another Mafia. So what happened is the Bro Synth Network is now the funding arm of the Synth Renegade Mafia. The Bro Synth Network works in the background, and anytime there's a battle coming up, everybody in the Bro Synth Network gets together. In case anybody decides to act a little crazy, we'll all get together and say, you know what? That's not how it works. So no, to answer your question, it's not dead. The Bro Synth Network is merged now with the Synth Renegade Mafia, which I can show you some cool stuff I got designed for that in a minute. What I meant to say, what's your oldest piece of gear and what's your newest piece of gear? Okay, cool. Keyboard Kingpin. Let's see that question. This is a one-man show, man. I don't got anybody operating the questions around here, so I got to look at it myself. So bear with me. My oldest piece of gear in this whole studio right now is, let me just minimize this camera so I can give you a better view. Right here. So the oldest piece of gear in the studio at the minute is the Minilog XD right here. That's the oldest piece of gear in the studio, the Minilog XD. The newest piece of gear in the studio is right here, the Juno X. So Minilog XD I don't really use that much anymore. One of the reasons is I don't have a big enough mixer to get the use out of it that I want. So in that instance, I have it just sitting there. I got a few things sitting up there. I got the Neutron, the Wasp, and the Model D sitting up there that I got to get plugged in, but I just got to get a bigger mixer, right? So that's where we are with that. That's the oldest and newest piece of gear. Let's see what else we got here. Throwback King Porn, a subscribe. Yeah, man, subscribe to the channel. One thing I can guarantee you, you might not like what I do. You might find it a little bit different than the rest of the synth content you observe and watch and stuff. But one thing I can guarantee you, I'll give you something to watch day in and day out, almost every day of the week, sometimes multiple times a day. That's my promise to you, and I'll always give it to you straight, and hopefully I'll either make you laugh or cringe a little bit. Yo, SS, what's your dustiest piece? Some of those stay on the top shelf. The dustiest piece of gear at the moment, to be honest with you, is the BEHRINGER Neutron. That's the dustiest piece of gear, BEHRINGER Neutron. And that's because I got a problem with that at the minute. I took my gear on a trip, and one of those knobs at the airport must have whacked my bag off of something. And when it came back, something wasn't sounding right. So I'm gonna put it in and make sure I got all the firmware updated on it properly. I was getting some weird sound out of it, so that thing might be jacked up, but that's my dustiest piece of gear for sure. Big time. And, you know, I do love it. I think the BEHRINGER Neutron's it's really fun. It's a semi-modular beast, sounds wicked, and it's just a cool little synthesizer. That was actually I think that was my second or third one I bought, and that's when I went to go down. Yeah, it sucks, man. It went to go down. I went to go on a trip. We made something called the Synth Chalet, where me and 3 buddies got together, and we brought all our synthesizers and rented out this house on a cliff. And we had tons of gear. I brought a bunch of stuff in a friggin' suitcase, and I thought I did my best to keep it all protected, but to be honest, I didn't protect it that well. Thank God it was a BEHRINGER, so worst case scenario, I just have to get a new one, but you know, that's the way it is. But that was the dustiest piece of gear. But I do love it, and I'm hoping to get a stack so I can stack the Model D, the Neutron, and the Synth Chalet, baby. I wish I had a picture of it to pull up right now. Put a piece of cardboard in front of the knobs and travel. Yeah, I put t-shirts in there, man. I had the whole thing wrapped. I had tons of stuff in there. I had everything wrapped up. I had it in a suitcase, and I had the Op6. I had the, I think I had the drum log. I had the Model D. I had a bunch of stuff with me. Live and learn, man. I'll never do it again. I'll never do that again. If I go there next time, I'm just like, boys, you guys take your own stuff. I wish I could load that picture up, but I don't have it on file here at the moment. All right, next question. What do we got for another question in here? Let's see. Next question. Will the Synth Samurai attend any synth conventions this year? Well, that's a good question. And I think I might dip my toes into a New England Synth Fest first. I know you got NAMM coming up. I know you got Super Booth and a bunch of stuff over in Europe. I feel like the New England Synth Festival scene needs a big shot of testosterone or something fired up. So if I was going to go to the New England Synth Festival or some festival like that, I probably will rent an RV, pack it full of synthesizers, go to the Synth Festival, have a huge tailgating party, maybe get a keg. I'll get a keg from one of the breweries, and maybe do, you know, if they got a parking lot, do a tailgate before, come out, everyone hang around, do some jamming, go inside, hang out, something like that. Just give it a little, like, give it a little bit of, like, you know? Although I've never been to one, just there's nothing wrong with bringing a little bit of flavor to it. So that's something maybe I've been thinking about. And as far as going to NAMM, that's far away for me. I don't know if I can do that. It's obviously very expensive to do that. I know George G's New England Synth Festival is coming up in a few days. What day? When is it? Yeah, that's something that if I'm doing that, I want to do it right, you know? So we'll see. If I'm doing that, I want to do it right, because I feel like it could be a moment to really, I feel like the USA synth scene minus NAMM and over on the West Coast, the East Coast needs some of that East Coast flavor, that little bit of salt life, that little bit of, you know, that needs a little bit of renegade to it, you know what I mean? So why not bring some renegade to it? And I also had the idea of doing this for my own idea, which was doing like a BEHRINGER Palooza. But that would take a whole lot of planning. Maybe I'd do a Renegade Palooza, you know, where just organize a whole different style thing, you know, and just really do something cool, really special, create a big event with lots of craft breweries there and synthesizers and something like that. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I got to think about it. So the question is, will I be going to any synth event this year? That is up in the air. And I would like to go over to Super Booth, and I would like to roll into Super Booth with 20 to 30 of us is what I'd like to do. Plan it out. 20 to 30 of us go over to Europe, book out. I'd organize and arrange it all meet up, have a place booked out, and head to Super Booth and just see what's going on. That's what I'd like to do. Big old gang. Yeah, big old gang of synth renegades blowing up the Super Booth. That's what I'd like to do. What's my goal for 2025? My goal for 2025, non-synthesizer related, is I'm looking to get in the best shape of my life. I want to take this machine. I want to take this biosuit. I want to take this, we'll call it a God-given exoskeleton, and I want to put this through the ringer, and I want to see what kind of shape I can get this thing in. I want to see what kind of renovations I can make to the temple. So outside of synthesizers, I'm going to be taking this year and blasting off fitness-wise, health-wise, and I'm really going to try and I'm going to see what this body got left in it, is what I'm going to see. I'm going to see how much hurting bombs this thing got. That's what I'm doing. And I'm thinking about doing an episode Monday morning called Synth Muscle, where we just do a beginner's workout together. We progress through the year. How many Mondays? That's 52 Mondays. Every Monday morning, get up at 5 a.m. Whoever shows up for the live stream, we'll do a workout together. And we'll call it Synth Muscle. That's what I got planned in my mind. But if that doesn't work, then I'm just going pure building up this body for 2025 as best I can be, because I think everybody out there deserves to give it a shot to see how good you can feel. Not for looks. Looks is a bonus, but how good you can feel if you give it one big crack at it. So that's what I'm doing outside of synthesizers for 2025. Another goal I have for 2025, man, I want to keep the train rolling. I want to develop my video skills more. I want to keep my foot on the gas. I want to keep building that generational synth wealth. You know, a lot of people talk about having enough. They don't need any more. You know, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's not how I do it. I'm all about building the generational synth wealth. You know, I kind of like this hobby. I like being surrounded by bright lights. And, you know, we're going to, along with building up that synth muscle, baby, we're going to be building up the generational synth wealth along the way by saving up our money. I got a plan to do a fiat currency versus cryptocurrency plan in the end of the year, see which bank account has more buying power as a personal experiment. That's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, so I guess basically the two basic goals right off the bat that are attainable for me is the synth muscle program and to build generational synth wealth, and just keep rolling, man, because it's hard to be consistent when you're on YouTube. Everyone talks about burning out and everything, and I had to get in there here tonight because even after having 3 or 4 days off, I'll be honest with you, you're like, you know what, maybe I don't even want to be at this anymore. That's what happens. That resistance creeps in that Stephen Pressfield talks about in the book The War of Art. The resistance, the demon creeps in, tells you just knock it off now. You had a little break. You don't need to go back and do that anymore. Just like stop. I'm telling you, that's what's going through my head. It's the resistance on my shoulder, you know, telling me to knock it off. So that's why I was like, I got to get in here tonight, and I got to just do a little bit of a Q&A and relax with the fellas and the ladies, all the Care Bears and the BEHRINGER Bros and the Digi Dogs and the Synth Renegades and the Vintage Vagabonds, okay? The VST Virgins, the Plug-in Pony Boys. We're all one big happy family now, aren't we? Yeah. So what else we got for a question here? Hold on now. Let's see. Yeah, if I'm going to Super Booth or something, we're rolling deep, dude. We're rolling like 20 deep for sure. 20 deep, because that's the only way to do it. You know what I mean? Knobcons in the Midwest. Let's see. What else we got for questions here? Let me fire it up. Just scrolling back through. Have you ever owned a Juno 106? This is from Keyboard Kingpin. Have you ever owned a Juno 106? Do you think the Juno X sounds better? I've never owned a Juno 106. The Juno X is amazing. I think if you got a Juno 106, get rid of it and get a Juno X immediately, or keep the Juno X and keep the Juno 106 and get a Juno X. I know a lot of people think that subscription models are bad, but I mean, you got the Juno X here. It's a beautiful, or the Jupiter X, the Juno X, they're beautiful pieces of gear. Let me just get myself out of the way so I can show you. They're beautiful pieces of gear. Stock, tons of great sounds. It's a delight to play with. It's easy to manipulate and program. When I say easy, I mean for me, surface level, because I'm a synth baby. But man, the fact that you could just whap a USB stick in the back of this thing, grab your phone, throw a Jupiter X on there, wha-bam. Throw any synth you want on there, wha-bam. I think that's super cool. I'm not, like, subscriptions or whatever, I don't really care about all that crap. Everything's subscription now. What are you talking about? Your mortgage is a subscription. Your Netflix is a subscription. Your iPhone payment, your phone bill is a subscription. Your freaking light bill is a subscription. So man, the subscription crap, shut up. That's what I got about to say about that. All right. Subscriptions are here to stay. If you don't like them, then whatever. All right. What else we got? Let's see what else we got. Will SS do any live in-person Synth Fighter episodes this year? Okay, that's a good question, Machines One. I think this year Echo and I should do a Synth Fighter episode in person. Super easy because I got the gear. All I got to do is grab the camping chairs, pull up the car in the parking lot on a lunch break where Echo is, roll up, be like, Echo, boom, meet me downstairs. Whack the 2 chairs at the car, pop open the tripod, whip a microphone over at Echo. Echo catches it, puts it on his shirt, boom, Synth Fighter live, no problem. So the answer to that is yes, 100%. We will be doing a Synth Fighter live episode, guaranteed. Maybe we can do one at Echo's house. Maybe we'll do one here, but I say we do one from the pop the trunk of the car and just do it right out of there. That's what I think. Echo, if you're in the chat, let me know what you think. So yes, Synth Fighter will be doing an episode this year. Also, if you guys got any what did I think of Espen Craft's show today? His Q&A? Thought it was boring. I thought Espen's show was boring. I thought he was going to do a few more rants and stuff. It wasn't. And I like Espen Craft. I think he's super talented. To be honest with you, his music's amazing. I heard his one of his shows he did with he started it with Danger Zone by whoever sings that. I have no idea. I just know it was on the Top Gun cassette I used to have. He started with Danger Zone, and his music's awesome. I love his style. I love he speaks his mind. And I was hoping he was going to speak his mind a little more today. There was no rants. I don't know. I almost thought he took a shot at the samurai, but I don't know. I got. Listen, I'm a junkyard dog, baby. I'm a fighter, and I thought I heard a shot at the samurai, and I was like, is the samurai getting a shot? But then I was like, nah, man. Espen wouldn't do that. Espen's cool, man. He's Synth Renegade for sure. So I thought it was a little boring for my taste. I would have liked it a little more amped up. I would have liked a little more fire. I would have liked a little more, what is it? I would have liked a little more, I wanted a little more tequila rather than wine. Put it that way. But it was a great show. There was lots of informative information. But just for me personally, I got a little bit bored with it. That's all. But he's cool, man. I like Espen Craft. He's right on. I liked it. But you know what I mean? It's a different style over there, man. Europeans got a different kind of style. I love Europe, but over the West here, man, we got a little more. You know what? Yeah, I was waiting for a rant too. But like I said, I like Espen Craft. Disclaimer: I like Espen Craft. I think he's a vintage synth renegade. He said a few things that were super interesting when he was like, thank you for paying for my all-inclusive vacation to Cancun or wherever he went with his missus from all the haters. So I thought that was cool. He's definitely a synth renegade. He took there was a couple questions where people were like, who's this, who's that, who do you like, who do you don't like, blah, blah, blah. He didn't want to answer. So, yeah, it's cool. But it was more, I don't know, sometimes I feel like he gets pulled into areas that he doesn't want to be in, I guess, you know what I mean? And that's the way it is. But yeah, cool show. I enjoyed it. But as far as fireworks, it wasn't the fireworks I was expecting, I guess I could say. Yeah, but besides that, good show. Good stuff. Lots of good shows these days, man. I'm looking around, I'm seeing all these shows all over the place. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, is the new breed saturating the internet? Is the new breed of live streamers like Symptoms of Reality and PSN and Get Jervis and Echo Craft and Machines One and Hans Volt and Uncle Jerry's World and Viral Beats, and are all these guys, are we all just saturating it now? It's an interesting time at the moment. So I actually like the competitiveness of it. But, you know, trying to see where you can slide in a show and all that, in my opinion, just do your show when you do it, you know, because there's so much good stuff going on now. It's hard to, like, you can't always be like, well, this person's going now, that person's going now, this person's going now. And there's just a lot of good stuff. So you can jump around, you can do a lot of things. Like I said, I think 2025, as far, because this is the way I got to look at it. Let me see if there's any more questions here before I go on a little bit of a rant here. No more rants in 2025. Yeah. Just scrolling back here. Keep going. Why do the software users get the weak names? Why do software users get the weak names? Because VSTs are the blow-up dolls of the synth industry. That's just the way it is. VSTs are the blow-up dolls of the synth industry. You either get a hardware, it doesn't matter if it's a VST in a box, doesn't matter what it is, but if you got a hardware synthesizer, that's like a real woman or a real man. When you got a VST, it's like a blow-up doll. No offense. I mean, I've seen documentaries about that kind of stuff, and some people are into it. So if you're into VSTs, no big deal. It's just I'm not. Yeah, Jervis, so what I was going to say is, there's so many live streams going on that I feel like it's a beautiful, healthy competition because, you know, I'm watching lots of live streams myself, and the synth community is about, in my opinion, if you follow things like WWE, mixed martial arts, which are the cutting edge of culture, and then also pop culture, and then also geopolitical pop culture that's on the scene now, you can get an idea of where things are going and what's on the cutting edge. So I feel like the synth community now is about 10 years behind cutting edge. That's just my opinion. And a lot of the old crap is just uninteresting at the moment. You know, all the shilling and all this crap that goes on is fine and dandy. I don't mind. Like I said, I think I watched a video this morning and it was called, was it called The Art of the Shill or something like that? And I just look at the shillers like what I look at them now when I see them on the screen, I just visualize them, like I said, with a t-shirt on or a NASCAR hat that says sequential. And I wish they would just throw a sequential shirt on or a Moog hat, or just like, you're the marketing arm of the synth company. Just embrace it and be it, and just that's what's up. Just embrace it, be it, and go for it 100%. Don't try to do these little weird things where you're like, listen, man, if you got to tell people you're not a shill, you're a shill, okay? If any one of your videos, you got to be like, I'm not a shill, you're a shill. But I don't think there's anything wrong with shills. I actually think shills are amazing. Shills provide me with endless content and entertainment, and I watch them. It's just these days I get really bored with high flicker rate content. That's why I like 2-hour live streams, or hour, or even 30 minutes. Like, give me a 15 minutes. Oh, gorgeous. Give me a 15-minute video. Give me a 25-minute video. Give me a 30-minute friggin' video. Oh, baby. Give me a 2-hour live stream. Oh, give me 3. That's what I'm talking about. And if I miss it, I'll turn it on double speed, baby. I'm a speed watcher and a speed reader, but I'm a speed watcher. I watch stuff on double speed sometimes. Everybody asks me, they're like, Samurai, how do you absorb so much content? I'm like, I watch everything on 2.0 speed, baby. You know, I'm flashlining it. So I think the old style of content is just, people are getting annoyed with it and sick of it, and they're more just like, it seems like it's turned into commercials. So that's why I think shows like, everybody, I don't want to name everyone again, you know, all the live streams in the synth tube now are really, it's really where it's at. It's where everything else is going. It's more genuine, it's more raw, but a lot of people don't have the attention span for it, which is fine, but that's a beautiful thing. Like, if you got 4 live streams happening at once, it's like a TV now. I can jump over and watch Echo for a little bit. I can jump over and watch Hans Volt. I can jump over and watch Apollo Hanzo. I can jump over and watch Symptoms of Reality. I can switch back and forth. Like today, I was watching 2 or 3 at once, just jumping back and forth, like a TV show. So, in that sense, I think that the synth community now is catching up to where everything else is, and in 2025 it's going to be interesting, because I think that content is king, in my opinion. I think if you're spending a lot of time on perfection these days, I think if you're spending all your time on perfecting and editing, then you're wasting a lot of your time, right? Because I mean, a lot of people don't watch all the video, right? So if you spend a month to do a video, and then when you do the video, you get 100 comments, and then you got to answer the comments, but you're really not talking to anyone. You're really only talking to yourself, because it's a comment. Rarely ever does a comment go boom, boom. Yeah, the Shillbillies, baby. The Shillbillies are out there in full force. This is the Shillbilly era. So in 2025, you know what I'm doing, man? I might go full shill. I might go full super shill. I'll put the S on my chest, and every new synthesizer comes out, I will show the shills how to shill a synthesizer. So every new synth that comes, I think that's kind of what I do anyways, right? So when a new synthesizer comes out, I'm gonna drop an episode of the shilling, and I'm gonna shill it, but I'm gonna shill it for free. I'm not even gonna have the synthesizer, and I'm gonna glaze it like it should be glazed, okay? I'm not gonna give you the interview, what's your greatest strength and weakness. I'm not gonna give you no weaknesses. I'm gonna shill it, I'm gonna glaze it like a Krispy Kreme donut. Yeah, once I get that steam pipe in the studio, baby, I'm gonna, you know why? Just cause I'm gonna show the shills in 2025. That's my goal, Jason. I'm gonna show the shills in 2025 how to shill with pride, okay? That's what 2025 is gonna be. How to shill with pride. The Shillbilly era is gonna come. Thank you, Lounsberry Pedals. The Shillbilly era is where it's at. Yeah, I'm bringing the glaze, baby. I'm bringing the Shill donut straight to you, 12 pack. 12 Shill donuts served up fast. I can't wait. I mean, I don't think I've been called a shill yet. So what I gotta do right now is, instead of being called a shill, I have to become the super shill. I have to be an example for all those out there who have doubt. Like, for the midlife synthesis, who's doubting himself, who's out there to prove he's not a shill, who's out there to prove to the world he can spend $2,300 and make 20 videos on a synthesizer that sucks. He's out there to prove to everybody that he is not a shill. I'm gonna be the example for the shill. I'm gonna show the shill, stand up, get your posture like a lobster, baby, and be proud to be a shill. Shill with pride. Shill with your shoulders back and your head up. Shill with pride. That's what I'm gonna show you, how to shill. So that's what I'm doing in 2025. I'm gonna show everyone how to shill. Shill samurai. We'll go full Hollywood samurai, like Hulk Hogan did when he went to WCW. The greatest heel turn of all time. I'm going Hollywood samurai, baby. You know what? Maybe that'll be my next storyline. Hollywood samurai, the super shill. Gets no product, but shills it like no other. I mean, get that lobster posture, baby. You know what I'm saying? Arms back, shoulders back. Shill with pride. Shill lobster. I'm sponsored so I can submit this time out. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the Shill Pride flag going. The Shill Pride is going to be a lobster, baby. It's going to be a white flag with a big red lobster and a piano key in the background. That's what I'm making next. The Lobster Pride, baby. Shillbillies unite. Because you know what? I'm sick and tired of the shills lacking the self-esteem and self-confidence to just say, you know what? Suck it. I got this synth for free. That's what I gotta say. If someone sends me a synth for free now, this is what I'm doing. I'm loading it up. I'll do an episode for you right now. Here it is. This is my first episode. What we got here is the Juno X from Roland. This is probably the greatest synthesizer you're ever gonna put your hands on. Guaranteed. I will guarantee you right now, if you bought the Juno X, it is the greatest synthesizer you will ever put your beautiful little fingers on. Not only that, it has an extreme, vast library of synthesizers that you can load on this thing with the touch of a button on your phone. Now listen, Roland sent me this thing, and they didn't send it to you, so that means you gotta buy it. So you know what? Suck it. I got it for free. And I know what you're gonna say. Samurai, you're a shill. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't care. I got a synth for free. But that doesn't change the fact that this synthesizer is the most amazing synthesizer you will ever put your hands on in the whole entirety of your life. It blows the Juno 106 head away. It blows the Hydra synth away. It blows the Mini Freakway. To be honest with you, you could take all these synthesizers in this room, stick them in one box, and this Juno X still blows it away. So if you got $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, you're crazy not to go buy the Juno X. Now guess what? That's how you shill it. That's probably how I'll do my first episode. We'll see. We'll see. But you know what I mean? You got to do what Eminem does. I don't know. Do any of these synthfluencers ever watch 8 Mile? They never saw the beautiful age-old technique of calling yourself what they are going to call you. You don't see the advanced chess move of calling yourself what your enemy's going to call you. You don't see the ability to absorb your opponent's weapon and use it against them. So I'm going to become the super shill in 2025. All right, next question. Listen, if you bought a Juno X, I'm telling you right now, if you're single, if you got a Juno X, you're probably going to get a girlfriend in 2 weeks. And I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee you this, that if you get a Juno X, you almost become irresistible to women. This Juno X from Roland gives off a certain scent, a certain pungence that is not only irresistible, it's programmed through Japanese ingenuity to release a pheromone with every touch of the key. So the next time you're out in the bookstore walking around and a beautiful lady strolls by, don't wear your cologne because you got Juno X on, baby. You got the Juno X on, okay? So if you get a Juno X and you're single, you're probably going to be married within a month. Fact. All right, next question. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah. Rich Kobasa, Pro 3? Never. Never getting a Pro 3. Ever. I can't. Synthpunk told me to get it, so I can't get it. I got the Juno X for free. No, I didn't get it for free, man. I had to drive and pick this thing up. The dude didn't even have the box, so... Why is it out of your reach? What are you talking about, out of my reach, dude? Wait a minute, that's because I'm backed up from the camera. Out of my... Here, let me show you how in the reach this is. Here it is right here. This is how I would sit out of my reach. Look at this. I'll show you what's in the reach. Look at this. This is what you call in reach. Look at this, Rick Kabasa. This is what you call in reach. I organize this ergonomically, baby. Like, look at this. In the reach, 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 in the reach. Everything is in reach. Everything. Okay? Everything is in reach. I'm just backed up for my own pleasure because I'm not playing right now. Oops. All right. That's what's up. All right, let's see what other questions we got in here. Shilling is selling. What else we got? What else we got? Uncle Jerry, I bought the Juno X, but I'll pass on the hot chicks. I love them. Yeah, Uncle Jerry's met 4 hot chicks since he's got that. What about the Cream Dream? Echo Craft. Hold on, now we got 2 questions. First one, Uli visit the Samurai Ranch Christmas morning? Let me tell you something, man. Hold on, there's too many samurais on the screen. No, Uli did not visit the Samurai Ranch Christmas morning. Synth Samurai's providing his own synthesizers this Christmas, but I did get the absolute most amazing... Hold on, let me see if I can get it up here. Hey, Katana! 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 Can you bring up that epic gift you bought me for Christmas? Just throw it on the floor there, and I'll pick it. Yeah, I gotta show you this thing, man. So, I'll show you the most epic Christmas gift I got. And you know what? I wanted a synthesizer, but when I got this, I was like, dude, this is the best thing ever.
The bivy suit?
What's that?
The bivy suit?
Yeah. All right, let me show you this thing. All right, look at this thing. So, this thing is so amazing. This is actually, it's like a sleeping bag, but it's in the shape of a man. Look at this. All right, so it's a sleeping bag that's in the shape of a man. So basically I wear this around the house because I like to be super warm. I'm from Canada. I don't like being cold, so I like being super warm. So this is what you got me, man. I think it's called a bivy suit or something, but it's basically a down-filled sleeping bag that's in the shape of a man. I should put it on actually just to show you, but that's what I got, dude. That thing is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Off the charts. Insane. Oh, toasty. Talk about toasty. I threw that thing on. I was like, oh my God. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so I got the super snuggle suit. Synth Snuggie, baby. That's what we're gonna call it. Thank you, CT. That's a Synth Snuggie. I should put it on right now, but you won't be able to get the full effect. And I wants to keep my keep the gorilla on my back to keep me motivated. That's right, with that dad energy, right, Jason? All right, piano skills. I don't know what that means. Is that a question? Does it have a flap in the back? Yeah, no flap in the back. Has it got a place for your manhood? Yes, sir. It's got a very big place for my manhood. Thank you, Mr. Echo. Had to make a special order, actually, because they had to make that place a little bit bigger than the rest of them. All right. So the other question was, Echo, you're asking about the Cream Dream? What's up, Jason, baby? You asked about the cream? Yeah, it's blue. Blue. Blue was the only one they had in that size. I would like a lime green, but they didn't have that one. Oh, dude, it's going to be amazing. As soon as this show finishes, I'm putting it on. Going downstairs and chilling. All right, so Echo asked, what about the Cream Dream? The Cream Dream is on the back burner. I already said, I think maybe 20... We'll do the Cream Dream in probably gonna be 2029. I'll be able to get my hands on it. I gotta save up, dude. I can't put anything on credit. I ain't using that Sweetwater stuff, that card. So the Cream Dream, I mean, I'm on Team Steam at the moment, but like Hans Volt told me, what Steam am I? So I'm on Team Steam, and the Team Steam is coming here, and I'm gonna probably do my synth Shilling episode with the synth Snuggie on to be synth sessional, baby. Do you know what they say? When you can invent your own vocabulary, you're hitting another level, baby. So we got lots of stuff we're creating. We got synth sessional. We got the synth Snuggie. You guys are all high level, super IQ synth renegades. That's the beauty of the synth renegade mafia, is the IQ level is off the chart. You know why it's off the chart? Because we all realize we don't know anything about anything. I was talking to Echo this morning, and we were talking to each other, and I was gonna bring him this idea that I've been postulating in my mind, and I had to look at him and tell you, I was like, brother, there's nothing worse than when you bring up an idea to someone, they're like, oh no, I mean, come on, no. There's nothing worse than when you're like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh, no. It's like they recoil because the cognitive dissonance is just like short-circuiting their brain. I've seen it live on camera. You're like, man, what do you think about this? And they're like, no. All right, no, stop. You're changing my cognitive dissonance. It's hurting my mind. Ah! And I'm like, dude, all I wanted to talk about was Hollow Earth. Chill out, you know? When I was talking to Echo this morning, I was like, I got to bring you this big idea I've been postulating. And he was like, I thought about it and I was like, I got to bring it to Echo in another moment because he's got to be full mental capacity. He needs his bottle fully powered up because when I hit him with this, it might rock his world to the core, right? So that's why. And I don't really want to bring it to anybody yet because I've been deeply investigating it at the moment. Echo asked me if I spent any time over Christmas looking into synthesizers and geopolitics, which I'm a super fan of. MMA, nothing. All I did was 100% insane rabbit hole this idea. And it's actually blowing my mind. So I like getting my cognitive dissonance shook. I like when someone brings me an idea that makes my brain do a bench press. I like when someone takes my brain and says, do a deadlift with 255 on it immediately. Do a 300-pound deadlift right now with your brain. Put 425 on there. Let's go. I like when people stretch my brain to the ultimate limit. I think Symptoms of Reality was talking about it the other day. Someone was like, man, are you stressed out about this idea of aliens or something, whatever they were talking about? And one of the boys was like, no, I actually enjoy the exercise of neuroplasticity. I like when my brain gets stretched and pulled and then and the synapses start all firing up and the dendrites start heating up like they're catching on fire. And it's like, and your brain just starts short-circuiting because your cognitive dissonance is just getting crushed. by the new idea. I love that. I live for that. So all Christmas, that's what I was doing. So I can't be bringing this idea to anybody until I sussed it out myself so I can talk about it properly. And that's why I had to like pull back. So I hope that answers your question, Echo. Dr. Mix, yeah, he was like Moog Muse, Cream Dream. But I'm Team Steam now, baby. No one knows what you're talking about before. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. They don't know the idea because this, dude, listen. This idea is so friggin' nuclear. It's so hot. It's so cutting edge that a few times over the last 4 days, I had to sit down with myself and be like, dude, I don't know if you should be looking into this idea anymore. This is so hot that I don't know if you've got the radiation suit on to withstand the knowledge storm that's hitting you with. So maybe I'll bring it up sometime on the stream. I don't know, but right now, I got to stay down in that rabbit hole for a little bit and figure it out a little more. But anyways, my point was there's nothing more annoying than when you have a conversation with someone and they suddenly are like, nope, that's off limits. Nope, can't talk about that. And you're like, but you can talk to me about anything. Why can't I talk to you about anything? I mean, I entertain and discuss all the ideas that you're bringing up, but when I bring up this idea, suddenly it's like, no, those people, and you're like, okay. Yeah. So what's the next question? And then I probably got to cook it because, yeah. So anyways, I'm getting the Erica Synth steam pipe. I got a couple things, but the one thing I didn't purchase yet is the multi-poly. I asked Garen M to convince me. He did a very, very good job. And I was like, I might do it, but I'm getting the steam pipe first. What do you say? You could start a Zamfir cover band with a steam pipe. Yeah, rumors are, I told you, rumors are Zamfir went missing, I don't know how many years ago, and rumors are that the chips that they're using in the steam pipe actually have some Zamfir dust inside of them from a cremation. No, man, we're straight streamlining it. We don't need it. All right, what else? Let me scroll back for a question here. Let's check it out. Team Steam. Speaker on the Muse. Let's see. What do we got? PBJ on hold. Yeah, we already discussed that one. I hope I covered that. Osmos. I think if I get the steam pipe, LFO Voyager wrote me a very long email and he said, you need to think about getting the Osmos instead of the steam pipe. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, man, the Osmos can do everything the steam pipe can do. And I was like, okay, let me look into it. So I can pick up an Osmos for $1,300. I know Echo loves it. I know LFO Voyager loves it. But there's just something about that steam pipe and I can't quite put my finger on it. But it's also just, it'll fit so nice right on top of the Hydra synth right there. I don't know. Echo, if you can convince me to get the steam pipe, then maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, I have $600 synth gas. Which synth should I buy? I don't have any at the price point. All are below that. Okay. Well, let's have a quick look, man. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look right here. Let me jump on over here. Hold on. There's an easy way to do that, my baby. What synth should you buy for $600? Let's see. Everyone in the chat, throw it down there, and I'm gonna do what we do best, which is jump on over to right here, Sweetwater, and we're gonna check out what you can get for $600, my beautiful little baby. Let's go synthesizers. Let's go, where's the filter button? Synths. And then we'll go refine by price. We're gonna go 5,200, 5 to 750. That's what we want to go with. All right, this is what we got. Let me jump on over to the Titantron. All right, my baby, here's what we got. This is your choices. This is what we got. We've got 600 bucks. You got the Behringer Wave right there. Okay. You got the Arturia Mini Freak, and I have the Arturia Mini Freak. And after watching Viral Beats' videos, that thing now is an absolute, to me, it's a must-have in your synthesizer setup. Everybody should have an Arturia Mini Freak in their possession. If not today, definitely by tomorrow. The Arturia Mini Freak with the new update, with the samples, the granular, and everything else it's got, it's just a beauty. It's got the mini keys, but who cares? Listen, if you want to be Mozart, go buy a grand piano, all right? Enough with the mini keys. You can rig it up to one of your bigger synthesizers, but the Mini Freak is absolutely fantastic. You got the Behringer MS5 if you want that mono synth. I was a fan of it, but not really anymore. I mean, if you can come up with an extra $49, you can grab a Korg 4-voice Minilog XD, all right? This thing is an absolute gem. With all of the third-party oscillators and effects you can put on there, that is definitely a synthesizer that you should have. And for an extra 49 bucks, dude, crazy. Behringer Poly D, if you want a mini mode clone, yeah, it ain't the real thing, but also it ain't $5,000, okay? So I'm not recommending the deep mine. So then we got another one, $600, ASM Hydrasynth right here. Mini Freak and Hydrasynth, I mean, you can't go wrong with either of those two. The Hydrasynth Explorer is the exact same engine as the Hydrasynth 49 key. All right, so Hydrasynth Explorer, I think, is an amazing, amazing synthesizer for under $600. Moog Subharmonicon, no. Korg Micro Korg 2, I mean, it's a very famous synthesizer. I don't particularly like it, but a lot of people like it. Another crazy deal right here is this one, the Roland Gaia. A lot of people don't like it, but this got some crazy sonic capability for 600 bucks. So you got the Mini Freak, you got the Hydrasynth Explorer, and then you got the Roland Gaia too. That's three crazy synthesizers for 600 bucks. What do we got? I mean, a Wave State Mark II for an extra 100, dude. You can come up with 100 bucks. That is I think the Wave State's awesome. But if I was to say to you right now, what do you go for? Just like a quick little more scan here, see if there's anything else worth getting. Mod Wave, extra 100 bucks, Wave State. Yeah, 600 bucks. What do you get? I would go for Mini Freak. Arturia Mini Freak for 600 bucks. That's what you go buy right now. Especially with the new, if you don't believe me, type in Viral Beats, go watch his live streams on the Mini Freak. And they'll back ordered already. Probably back ordered because Viral Beats did so many awesome videos that that people just went and ordered a ton of them. Pure Synth Renegade, doing those videos for now, baby. Just because he loves it. He loves it. That's the beauty of it, man. When the Synth Renegades love it, they sell it to you with truth and passion and honesty. That's what the Synth Renegades do. All right, what else we got? Deep Mines. I don't know. I'm not really into the Deep Mine anymore. I think the screen sucks. And it's old. And it's loud. So until Behringer comes out with a Deep Mine too, then pass on the Deep Mine. Yeah, always, man. All right. Let me jump back to the spaceship. All right, so any more questions here before I take off? Last bit of, this may be the last stream of 2025. And you know what? It might be the last stream forever. Because God knows what'll happen tomorrow. Nobody knows, baby. Nobody knows. The Deep Mine is old and is loud, okay? Mini Freak all the way over a Deep Mine any day of the week. Although the Deep Mine is good. Did you get your Night Verb Synth Samurai? No, because the steam pipe. I believe that the effects section in the steam pipe will override any Night Verb because it's got the delay and it's got the reverberation unit, plus it's got an audio in, which you can use the whole steam pipe as an effects unit. So that's what's up. What's up, Tanner by the Sea? Amazing, brother. How's it going? Shill thrills, baby. We're shilling all day. You've never even played it. Listen, dude. I'm not saying the Deep Bond isn't a great synthesizer. I'm just saying it's old, screen sucks, and it's loud. So why are you gonna go buy that when you can buy a Mini Freak? Nobody knows what a real Synth Samurai is anymore. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, and I just feel like the steam pipe, I got a whole idea plan for a steam pipe. And let me address something really quick before I end this stream. Let me address something really quick, because I heard something today and it kind of like, whenever I hear this, it not only bothers me, it pisses me off a little bit, because it's like, the question is this: what is making music? What's the definition of making music? Because I hear a lot of people out there say they don't make music. I've never seen them make any music. Have they made any music? I've seen a lot of this, but I can't find any music they made. So let me throw this back at you. What's your definition of making music? Is making music sitting around a fire with a guitar, having communion with a group of amazing people out in the wilderness, far away from any recording studio, any electronic devices, where you create an absolute beautiful music experience for a group of people you're surrounded by? Is that making music? Is making music going into a sweat lodge and hearing a chant for 8 hours? Is that making music? Is making music not hitting the record button while you spend the evening just drifting away into the sonic atmosphere and blasting through the sonic Van Allen belts and hitting somewhere unknown to where you've ever been and being in pure bliss? Is that making music? Or is making music only commercial? Is making music only when you take it, you throw it on a streaming platform, you whap it on a CD, you press it to vinyl, and somebody buys it? Is that what making music is? Is that what your definition of making music is? So when you're out there saying these people haven't made music and that guy or girl doesn't make music, I've never heard any of their music, what's that supposed to mean? I guess I need to know where to start. What is making music to you? What's your definition of making music? Because I got a sneaky suspicion it's very different than my definition of making music. It sounds like making music to a lot of people is commercial. It's commercializing. It's the pro versus the bro. It's the guy out there who thinks that, oh, you haven't sold anything. You haven't had this many plays on Spotify. Nobody's bought your CDs. You've made 300 of these and sold them all, but this guy hasn't sold anything. Does that mean they don't make music? So that's what I want. What do you get? Making music to me is way more than selling music. There's a big difference. If you say you haven't sold any music, that's fine. That's easy. Be like, okay, that person didn't sell any music. But to say someone doesn't make music because you can't find their music, that's a little bit ignorant, if you ask me. And you know what? That's the bottom line, because Synth Samurai said so. How many coffees? I had no coffee. Yeah, so one more question if I see it real quick, and I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, Samurai. Yeah, my book's dropping in 2025. I don't know if I got a copy right here. It's in the bedroom because I still got to do a couple modifications. But, yeah, that's dropping 2025 for sure. Reflects your soul. Coffee junkie. Easy, smarty. Take it easy, buddy. Take it easy, buddy. Record music. I make music after my morning coffee. Record music. Yeah. So I guess, is making music mean recording music? You know? That's the question. Is making music recording music? I don't know. To me, making music is, this is my definition of making music. Kumite Banana Rotter, January 26th. I'll update it in the Discord with all the rules and everything in there because I got a lot going on. And then I'll do a stream maybe tomorrow explaining how the Kumite is going to work this year. But we're starting January 26th because a lot of people wrote me and they wanted to take part in the January thing or whatever. So we'll give enough time to do the January thing. I don't want to. A lot of people want to do the January thing. So I'm going to start on the 26th and then we'll do it that way. Making music, creating music, same thing, isn't it? Making music, creating music, selling music, recording music. So like a lot of times with this stuff, it's not linguistically logical because you're saying these people don't make music, but really what you're saying is they haven't sold music, right? So. Oh yeah, no worries, man. I can take a joke. January 26th, Echo's birthday. Perfect day to start. Awesome. Is it putting loops in a line saying you made a song? I just think, to me, I think making music is influencing. This is my definition of making music. Making music is influencing the sonic ether with a frequency and a vibration that you've created through touching instruments or devices or tables or walls or whatever. You've created sound that has a certain signature that is now sent out into the ether, and whether you know it or not, it's affecting a change on the environment around you and to everybody who hears it. That's what making music is to me. All right. So I guess I'll show you this real quick because I'm kind of pumped about it. Yeah. Saying people don't make music because I haven't seen their music, or, you know, I haven't seen their crap on Spotify, or oh, they got no records or this, that, there. It's like, what does that mean? All right, let's check this out. I'm gonna show you some new stuff I got going on here. Yeah, so this is some new shirts I got made. I actually made them for myself for Christmas so I could buy myself a Christmas gift. Look at this, man. Look at that. This is the new Synth Renegade shirt. I'll show you this one. Synth Renegade Viking Edition. Synth Renegade Mafia. I like the white one though, man. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. 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 Camo edition too. Got the black. Got the red, baby. For those of you who like red. Look at this thing, man. I got the 3 different skulls of the evolution of the Renegade unit, the digital, the militant, and the bros. All right. I got, let's go back and check out. I got a couple more made here. I got the Synth Renegade Mafia camo hat. All right. I got this beautiful Synth Renegade Mafia updated bro Synth Network edition. Okay. With the Synth Renegade Mafia, with the Godfather strings being cut. Because we ain't accountable to nobody but ourselves. Beautiful model here with the curly hair. All right, sweet shirt. What else do I got here? Another camo hat. I got a little low key. Okay, Echo Craft edition. I got the Echo wanted a specialty custom one. We got it right here with Echo Craft on the sleeve, a little left chest, and then we got the Big Daddy on the back. All right, anyways, I got a bunch of stuff, man. But like I said, I only made this for myself for Christmas to buy myself a gift for my birthday coming up. And yeah, if anybody wants one, go get one. If you don't, no big deal. But there it is if you want to pick something up. All right. But this is my favorite by far. I don't know why I love this. It's got the Viking. I just love it, man. It's friggin' so cool looking. I gotta look at it again. Man. Look at that. Gorgeous. Custom jerseys. Yeah, man, you want a custom jersey? Email me and I throw your name on the sleeve. That's how it works. If you want a custom jersey, send me an email. I'll make you a custom jersey with your name or your logo on the sleeve. Synth Renegade jerseys. And Bro Synth Network, baby, is now the Synth Renegade Mafia. The amalgamation of all the bros, all the renegades, now together unite into one to go against the corporate shill machine, the Synth Mafia. Dead Renegade wear. Long live SRM, baby. Man, that's a cool shirt. I don't care what anyone says. Dibs on 69. Oh, Banana Rudder. Yeah, if you want one, I'll make you one. So I'll throw 69 on the sleeve for you. You just tell me what shirt. Send me a picture of the shirt you want, and I'll throw 69 on the sleeve for show. All right, man, that's the episode for tonight. Q&A, thank you for joining me. I'm glad you all tuned in. 2025 is going to be amazing. 2024 was absolutely fantastic. It's been a super pleasure meeting all you guys, spending time with each other almost every day, in the car, in the studio, in the backyard, wherever we are. And, you know, the future's so bright, we all got to wear shades. Slow, slow.